Hi. So for this week's um, response, or the reflection is integrating our strengths. So we're asked to describe how we can assist others to recognize and develop their strengths. Oh, sorry. Um, this guy was kind of funny, Marcus Buckingham. Um, he had a quote, and it kind of like was like, oh, okay. It was there's no I in team, but if you ask MJ, there is in win. But I don't know how he was trying to say that because it's just a little clip of it. But if he's talking about leadership, wouldn't you then say that Michael Jackson would be the epitome of leaders? I don't know. I wish I saw the whole clip of it though, because I was just kind of like, "What? You don't say that about Michael Jordan?" But I'm getting sidetracked. So, so the way I've assisted my players in recognizing their strengths or even developing their strengths has just been starting at the basic of what's something that comes naturally to them. And sometimes leaders, or we actually have done this video before, but actually leaders aren't sometimes leaders aren't born and sometimes leaders are just made. And the athlete that I'm thinking about right now happened in she just graduated last year, so it was my last year coaching high school. And she was shy. She's an introvert. She was not a leader at all when we first got her freshman year. And come her senior year, she definitely developed into the leader that she is. And thankfully, I had her for 4 years. And she looked up to me, and I kept her under my wing, even though she was a post player, and I'm definitely a wing player. I was that coach that talked her up, and it wasn't like I don't talk people up and tell them lies or anything like that. I'm not that parent to be like, you know, my child's the best. She doesn't need to practice or anything like that. Like, number one, I'm not that parent. Number one, I'm not a parent. Number two, I'm her coach. So half the time it involved me saying, she'll talk to me about the game, and I'm not gonna be like, well, you did really good. If she only had like a couple points, I was that person that told her like, no, like you need to go in the gym, like let's go work out. And we made this bond that it's still going on today. She'll text me when she's having a good game, or if she had a bad game, and if something had happened, she'll let me know, and I'll help her out with it. And given she's playing up north now, and we still have that tight bond of like keeping up with each other, and I still talk her up to this day. But like I said, not in like that type of way, not in the type of lies. But a quote Marcus had said besides the MJ quote was, "A great manager turns one person's talent into performance," and that's the truth. And I would like to say I did help this player turn her talent into performance, because we ended up winning league for that year, and she got most valuable player and of the league, and MVP on the team and all that. And her talent was to get buckets. It was to get boards, get the rebounds, and put it back up. I remember when she was a freshman, she had said, like, I feel like I'm a ball hog. I'm like, no, like you're getting all these other missed shots and you're putting them back in. How does that make you a ball hog? And I'm, me knowing me, I'm just like, if they brick the shot, like that's not your fault. You get it and you go make your money. You go make it. I was like, if they can't make it, like don't dish it out. They just missed it. Dumb stuff like that. But but oh my god, oh my god. Okay, sorry about that. But another quote he had said was, "A good if you're a good manager, people work harder for you than for someone else." And seeing that, obviously we're not managers, but in a way we kind of are. But for coaches, um, if you're recruiting correctly, if you're meeting these players and you're talking about their strengths and you're not just telling them lies, or you're not just trying to get them to come to your school, which is like what I'm doing. Like I don't even know how to begin to tell you, but like the kids that we're recruiting are kids that like really potentially have a chance, and they work hard. And personally for me, I'm not going to waste my time on people who don't practice outside of practice. And like I'm not going to try and tell you that you're something that you're not, in hopes that then you'll develop into that person. And you know um if you show good faith in them, if you show that that you believe in them, even at this level, or even like caring about something far more than just their athleticism, but like their schooling and whatnot, then like this quote said, they'll work hard for you. And I think that's what happened to me when I was playing at Oxnard College, was that you know I had this good coach who turned my talent into performance, and they put me up, they talked me up, they helped me recognize my strength as a player and recognize my strength as just as a person in general. And it was just that I had good character and that I led on the court, and it wasn't that it was something that I needed to develop. It was I just needed to remind myself that I am this type of person and stuff like that. And because of that, I worked hard for my coach, and I didn't want to work hard for anybody else. And it's like a double-edged sword when it comes to that. But um, if you're a good manager, if you're doing your job correctly, people will work hard for you, and they'll do it. They won't do it for anyone else. So um, that was my response for that. This went by, wow, almost 7 minutes. All right. Well, I hope you guys have a good week.